Yeah, I'm going to do some tool sharpening here. I haven't sharpened these axes in a while. Pickaxe. I don't know if I'm going to sharpen this. This thing, very good. A lot of times knocking out some tree roots. The Maul is very great for splitting wood. Also knocking out tree roots. And you notice, this thing's been taped up because I cracked that already a long time ago. But it's still holding up good. The axe handle's holding on there good. And I just recently got an S-Wing hatchet hammer. Didn't even use it yet, but I'm going to get another S-Wing already on the way, 26-inch camper's axe, so I don't have to worry about handles cracking and stuff, because like this S-Wing I think is about 60 years old, and my uncle had it, my great uncle had it, then my father had it, then I had it. It's still going good, so that's the thing you want. So what I did, I know somebody's going to scream about this and go, well, you should use the freaking sharpening stone, the round sharpening stone, but I ain't got all day, This wheel is pretty worn down. I got some new ones inside, and I chopped a chunk off of it, so I'm going to hit it like right in here. Plus, I got the flat wheel on a grinder over here, and my protection, so, it's a way to do things. Actually, it's a little quicker, but it's just a real touch-up. That's all I'm doing. I ain't doing nothing really fancy. Okay, nice and simple. Since I got this thing locked down with a C-clamp to the metal table, just do this. And you can see how quick that gives you a little bit of an edge. Like this doesn't need much of an edge because it's a wood splitter, but the axe does. And I don't think I'm going to use my S-Wing with this, but you just touch it up. You just touch it up. Somebody's going to bitch, but it doesn't really wear them out if you don't do it too much and you're careful. That's good. Now I know I'm going to hear 50 million comments about this is the wrong way to do it, but I don't do it that much. It's real quick. I just do it real fast, and I do it light, and I hold it at an extreme angle. And what does it take me? 2 minutes, right? It's sharp. It's sharp, man. It's plenty sharp for an axe, man. It's not a knife, it's an axe, but I'd say I'm not going to do this one with this because this is brand new. I'll probably use the stone on that one, but that one's been around for about 50 years, and used to have a lot of use for it because I used to cut up a few cords of wood in the wintertime when I was up north, and use that and the splitter a lot. I used to fill up my 3/4 ton pickup truck, man, just load it up. So it's quick, it's fast. This thing I'll probably sharpen up a little more, and people bitch about it, but you could use something like this, but I don't like using that because the wheel's too small. This is so freaking big that it's taken up about half the axe. So I'm holding it on there at a nice, I can hold it at a nice angle, and you can see how I have it clamped down. It's not going anywhere, you know. It's a steel table. It's around the handle. It's locked in there. It's 3 points. It's like one here, 1 point there, 1 point there. So when you're pressing it right here, it's solid steel table. So to me that works great, because if you're using a bench grinder, you're putting about that much of a grinding wheel on there, and I think that could screw it up. But since this wheel is kind of worn out anyway, I figured it'd be perfect time to do it, because it's I think it's a 36, and when it's worn out it's probably like a 60. I didn't hardly take any metal off this shit, but it's enough to just put an edge on it. Pretty damn good, pretty damn good. Even though I still store these tools inside, I'm going to give them a quick hit with the wire brush. Go over them with some chemical cleaner like starting fluid, and just hit them with some primer, rusty metal primer. Make them a little rust proof here for a while. The next step I use, you can use carb cleaner, but I like using starting fluid, even though supposedly it's got upper lubricant in it, but not really enough to make a difference. Well, we've seen this stuff chemically cleans. You know, I'm not getting this perfect. It's nice in the car. But just to get some of the grease and crap off of here so the paint sticks. And we'll hit it with some rusty metal primer. Okay, so just hit it with a can. If I didn't even tape nothing off, but you can see I got it pretty neat. I hardly touched the handle at all. There's the axe, there's the Maul. Rusty metal primer. It's got a high zinc coating in it, or something, zinc in there, so it can go over rusty metal, but it's very light rust. As that dries, I'll go do these two, and give it a final coat of this stuff. High performance enamel from Rust-Oleum silver, well, grayish silver. And that'll do it. That'll do it. But you know, a little bit of, you see how long it took me to do that? 5 minutes, right? Somebody bitch say, hey, you're doing it the wrong way. You got to use the stone. Well, I don't do it that much, and I always use the same angle, and I don't press that hard. And you know, it's got a nice edge on it. And once I go one way, then I go the opposite way to get the burr off of it. That's it. I don't go too far. Even that thing I don't sharpen too much, though. That I don't sharpen too much, because that's strictly a wood splitter. But I like sharpening this thing. This thing's good for freaking roots. If you got to chop out roots, that's how I crack the handle a little bit, but it's still solid as all hell. Well, there you have it. It's did the wood splitter, the Maul, and the axe, primed and painted. And as far as the pickaxe and this thing, I don't know what the hell you call this. Call this thing for smashing the tree roots. I'll just leave that in a primer, because the primer alone actually will stop the rust. That type of primer. It's because it's some type of marine primer. I don't know what the hell that shit is. It's got zinc in it, but hey, what did it take me? 15, 20, well, I don't know, maybe it took me an hour. But to actually sharpen them took me 5 minutes. And somebody will say, yeah, that's the wrong way. But I've been doing it that way since I was a teenager, right? You know, I'm in the 60s now, right? Same axe, right? I don't like go over it too hard, just light, real quick. Works fine for me. And this thing, which I don't know what the hell you call it, to tell you the truth, I just use it for like chopping out tree roots and when I'm digging a hole or something. This thing actually isn't cracked. The handle was coming loose, so I taped around it, and it's got tape on the inside, and that seems to have kept it from ever coming loose, because it's on there rock solid. So, you know, these tools, I used to use the shit out of them, and I plan to probably start using them again, because I'm going to cutting down a lot of these oaks around here due to hurricane season coming up. I'm going to trim the shit out of the branches, and the branches are over a foot thick, so there's gonna be some serious use on these things coming up here in the spring.